Hello guys. In this video, this is another video that we are going to talk about. The topic is all about reproduction of organisms and their cells. All organisms are capable of growing and producing offspring. All eukaryotic organisms include aquatic plants and algae grow through the process of mitosis. What is mitosis? Mitosis is a process where one cell divides into two cells. Chromosomes in the original cell are duplicated to ensure that the two new cells have full copies of the necessary genetic information. As you see the picture, um, there is the DNA replication. The second is they're having the mitosis, uh, the the mitosis, the process where one cell divides into two cells, and the next process is there is two diploid cells. The two new cells have full copies of necessary genetic information. The process of mitosis generates new cells that are genetically identical to each other. Mitosis helps organisms grow in size and repair damaged tissue. Some species of algae are capable of growing very quickly. The giant kelp microcystis cystis microcystis or cystis, I don't know what is the correct pronunciation. Pyrifera can grow as much as 30 centimeters in length in a single day. Some organisms can use mitosis to reproduce asexually. The offspring of asexual reproduction are genetically identical to each other and to their parent. Most single-celled microorganisms reproduce asexually by duplicating their genetic material and dividing in half. For example, phytoplankton reproduce primarily through asexual reproduction. Some single-cell eukaryotes, including some plants and animals, reproduce asexually in a process called fragmentation or budding. That is what is called. The We will go to sexual reproduction. What is sexual reproduction? Sexual reproduction is the production of offspring through the combination of sex cells or gametes. Meiosis is the process of producing gametes, each of which has half of the genetic material needed to create a new organism. As you can see, that is the meiosis, the process of producing gametes, half of the genetic material needed to create a new organism. Chromosomes are duplicated. Meiosis begins in a fashion similar to mitosis with chromosome replication. Matched sets of chromosomes pair together. Genes are swapped between matched chromosomes. The process of crossing over or recombination exchanges genetic information between chromosomes in a cell. The resulting chromosomes are brand new, unique combinations of genetic information. The first division separates one each of chromosome pair. The parent cell divides in half as in mitosis, producing two cells with a complete amount of DNA, although they are not identical because of crossing over. Second division separates each chromosome. leaving one copy of each chromosome per cell. The two new divide a second time to produce four new gametes. These gametes contain one half of the genetic information needed to form a new individual. Each parent provides a one gamete to the process of fertilization, which results in a cell called a zygote with a full complement of chromosomes. Offspring produced through sexual reproduction are genetically distinct from both parents since of their gametes has a unique combination of chromosomes. Mitosis produces two identical cells, each with the full amount of DNA, but on the other side, the meiosis produces four genetically unique cells, each with the half the amount of DNA. So that's the difference between mitosis and meiosis. The mitosis uh, produce two identical cells with full amount of DNA, while meiosis produces four genetically unique cells, each with half. They are only half amount of DNA. The number of new cells of mitosis is two identical cells, while meiosis is four unique cells. We will topic about the difference of mitosis and meiosis. DNA in new cells. About the mitosis, each new cell has the same amount of DNA as the original cell, while the meiosis, each cell has half the amount of DNA as the original cell. In the genetic organization in new cell, in mitosis, identical copy of DNA in the original cell, while the meiosis, unique new combination of DNA through crossing over and independent assortment of chromosomes. And in the last, the role in living organism. In the mitosis, they produce a new cell for growth, tissue repair, and asexual reproduction, while in the meiosis produces genetically diverse gametes for sexual reproduction. Many species of algae have complex life histories and can reproduce through both sexual and asexual means. It is common for algae to have an alternation of generation, where one generation is made through mitotic cell division and other is made from cells created through meiotic cell division. Um, what is the purpose of cell division? Uh, the purpose of cell division is the cell division has three functions, which are reproduction of unicellular organisms and the production of gametes and growth in eukaryotes. The process of meiosis in eukaryotes produce sex cells or gametes with half of the chromosomes, just like what I discussed earlier. Complement of somatic cells. Multicellular or eukaryotic organisms use mitosis to grow and to repair their tissue. In contrast, prokaryotes, those are the single cell organisms, reproduce using a process to similar mitosis called binary fission. In binary fission, the organisms divides to create an exact copy of itself, also called a clone. As you can see on the picture, there is the binary fission. The first is there is a DNA replication, chromosome segregation, and the cytokinesis. And there is the mitosis and meiosis of their reproduction. The image shows the three types of cell division. Binary fission is used for reproduction by single cell organisms, while the mitosis is used for the growth and maintenance of eukaryotes, organisms, and the last is the process of meiosis rather, produces eggs and sperm in eukaryotes. And that would be all for the reproduction of organisms and their cells. And I hope you understand my explanation. And thank you.